I went back in time to save my parents. But instead, I completely broke the universe.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unanswered questions in The Flash.
Wait, he's Batman?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
For this list, we're looking at lingering inquiries we still have walking out of this 2023 DCEU film. We'll be delving into key plot points, so even time travel can't erase spoilers from your memory. Do you have any questions about DC's future? Share them with us in the comments. Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern only at WatchMojo.com/play. Number 10. So, can anyone become the Flash with lightning and chemicals?
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences can be.
While trying to guarantee that his younger self becomes the Flash, the older Barry accidentally loses his powers in the process. Well, gee, it'll be hard for Barry to get his powers back. Actually, it's gonna be relatively straightforward. Marginally a nuisance.
This is crazy. You ought to be in Arkham.
Maybe so, but I need to recreate the conditions of the accident that turned me into the Flash. Strap me in.
When another lightning storm conveniently comes along, Barry recreates the accident with a bat kite, some chemicals, and a little extra help from Supergirl. Were these the same chemicals that Barry got doused with before, or some random ones that Bruce Wayne had lying around? Does this mean that virtually any person can gain super speed powers with the right chemicals and a lightning conductor? We guess this is just comic book logic, so we'll get off the screenwriter's back.
You should be dead.
Your bedside manner sucks. If I didn't have the Speed Force helping me heal, I'd find another doctor.
Number 9. Why didn't Batman talk about Barry's time travel?
So you're saying you could travel back in time?
But Bruce, I can fix things.
This is more of a holdover question from a previous film. However, given the Speed Force's role here, this seemed like a prime opportunity to provide insight. Batman vs. Superman left us all scratching our heads when Barry suddenly popped up via portal. He vaguely told Bruce that Lois is the key.
It's Lois! Lois Lane! She's the key!
This was kind of brought back into play in both versions of Justice League when Lois manages to calm down Clark after he's resurrected. While it still remains unclear if or when Barry will warn Batman, it's still baffling why Bruce didn't bring it up. Flash's future insight in Batman vs. Superman helped save Superman's mind. Although we understand why Batman didn't want Barry changing things, why didn't he mention the Flash already did?
Look, crazy things happen to time, but if I do it, I create massive electrical power. I can backtrack if I can get enough distance.
Number 8. Did changing time affect Aquaman at all? By saving his mom, Barry finds that his actions extended beyond his family.
I created a world with no metahumans, and now there's no one to defend us.
Among the most jarring changes, he created a reality where Atlanta never met Thomas Curry. Thus, Arthur Curry was never born. But Barry is able to rectify this once he undoes his meddling in the past. In a post-credits scene, Barry meets up with Jason Momoa's Arthur at a bar, recounting his time travel exploits. However, something feels off about Arthur.
Hey, buddy. You that fish boy from the TV?
In 2018's Aquaman, we saw Arthur mature from a reckless vigilante to the savior that Atlantis deserves. In The Flash, Arthur has reverted to his irresponsible ways. Did Barry's actions affect Arthur's character arc, or do old habits simply die hard? Perhaps we'll find out in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
I'm very proud of the sequel because it's tackling a lot of issues environmentally. Stakes are higher, and I'm just excited.
Number 7. Who is that boy that Barry saved/didn't save?
We are now slave to the world engine.
Initiate.
It turns out that Barry was present when Zod attempted to terraform Earth in Man of Steel. Since Barry was still getting the hang of his newfound powers, he only managed to save one boy while his father perished.
Help get those people out of here! I'll make sure these things follow me!
Who was this young whippersnapper? Was he a young version of a Titan or other hero? It's never revealed, leading us to assume that Barry saved an everyday kid. In the alternate timeline that he creates, Barry is off fighting Zod when the terraforming commences, which apparently means he doesn't save the boy in that reality. Assuming that the boy ultimately survived, it's uncertain who he grew up to be or how his existence affects the past and future.
I could save people. I could save my mom.
Number 6. Who killed Barry's mother?
Let's see. As I talk to my father, who's still in prison for the murder of my mother, which he didn't commit. Yeah, how did I get interested in criminal justice?
We know Henry Allen didn't kill his wife, but who did? In the comics, Eobard Thawne, aka Reverse Flash, is responsible for Nora Allen's death. Maybe if The Flash gets a sequel, Thawne will be revealed as Nora's killer.
Now who's the villain, Flash? Now who's the villain?
As of now, there isn't much to go on outside of the comic continuity. What we don't get is why Barry doesn't try to figure out who killed his mom while visiting the past. We understand that Barry had to let his mother die, but he could have rushed to their house to see who was at the scene of the crime. Then he would at least be able to bring the killer to justice. Then again, if it was Thawne, Barry would have had a hard time catching him.
You're safe. You're safe now. Actually, she's not.
Number 5. Is George Clooney's Bruce Wayne a mainstay? As Barry's father is released from prison, it appears everything is as it should be. That is, until Barry gets a call from Bruce Wayne.
Barry Allen. Bruce Wayne.
You said that like it explains why there's a total stranger in my place.
Barry comes face to face with Bruce as he steps out of his car. The billionaire looks less like Ben Affleck and more like that doctor from ER. It's possible that this is a one-off joke for those who fondly, or not so fondly, remember George Clooney's 1997 stint as Batman.
She knows who we are.
Guess we'll just have to kill her.
Yep, we'll kill her later. We have work to do.
However, could Clooney be the upcoming DC Universe's official Batman? Affleck reportedly will not reprise his role in The Brave and the Bold, leaving the door open for another actor. They'll probably go with a fresh face, although maybe Clooney deserves another shot. Batman and Robin is hated, but Clooney is basically a real-life Bruce.
Hey, freeze. The heat is on.
Number 4. Will the rest of the Justice League be recast?
Big round table. 6 chairs. Right there.
But room for more.
Batman isn't the only role going through a transitional period. The Flash confirms that we will at least see Jason Momoa's Aquaman again. The rest of the Justice League is up in the air. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman briefly shows up during the opening set piece, but she isn't seen again after Barry travels through time.
This one will be mine.
I belong to no one.
Since Gadot has become synonymous with Diana Prince, we'd be surprised if she didn't return for at least one more movie in the DC universe. However, James Gunn has stated that Henry Cavill won't be the star of Superman Legacy.
I will stumble. I will fall.
You're gonna have to make a choice.
They will join you in the sun, Cal.
Given Ray Fisher's history with DC and WB, his days as Cyborg appear to be over. Even Ezra Miller's future as Barry is questionable considering the actor's controversial behavior. Number 3. Is this it for Keaton's Batman and Kaj's Supergirl?
Are you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
It took over 30 years, but Michael Keaton finally donned the cape and cowl again. The Flash also delivers a star-making turn from Sasha Calle as Kara Zor-El. Unfortunately, both die during the climax, and no matter how many times Barry goes back, he can't change their fate.
Just gotta go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. You gotta break the rule, Barry, and you gotta do it now.
Since this is a multiverse we're talking about though, don't be surprised if we see these actors pop up again. A Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow adaptation is in the works. Although it hasn't been confirmed who will play Kara in that film, Kaje hopes to reprise her role. James Gunn has stated that, quote, there's not going to be 4 Batmans, yet there could be multiple Batmans, and we hope Keaton is one of them. Only time will tell.
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Number 2. The effects of world colliding?
It's too late.
As Barry's attempts to save his mother grow futile, worlds literally start colliding, resulting in some of the film's most mind-blowing cameos. Barry puts an end to the madness before things can get more out of control. If Clooney's cameo is any indication, though, worlds might have collided enough to bring some other familiar faces into the DC universe. Theoretically, Barry's actions could have created a reality where Stephen Amell is Green Arrow, Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman, and Mark Hamill is the Joker.
You know, when I was free and at my height, a day without casualties was like, well, like the Cubs winning the pennant. It just never happened.
Admittedly, that sounds too good to be true, but with this plot device, DC could cherry-pick the most beloved casting choices from each continuity, uniting them in one universe. Who knows? Maybe Nick Cage's Superman will collide with the Flash one more time.
Why do you think there's never been a movie made about you?
Well, has there been a movie about you?
So many, and more to come.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Where will James Gunn take DC now? In October of 2022, it was announced that James Gunn and Peter Safran would be heading up DC Studios with a new universe on the horizon.
It's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCEU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation.
By this point, The Flash was already deep into production. Given that time frame, it was naive to think that the film would answer all of our questions about DC's future. All we really know as of now is that the film has remixed the DCEU's continuity.
I went back in time to save my parents. But instead, I completely broke the universe.
According to Gunn, Blue Beetle is, quote, totally disconnected. But the Aquaman sequel will lead into Superman Legacy, the DCU's first official film. The Flash clearly changed a lot, but it will be some time until we see just how much the film changed.
No matter what we do, we're not going to be able to fix this. No! Nobody dies!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.